Hi folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. I wanted to tell you something that I've been observing, and I think it's important that you might be able to do the same thing as well. And that is, I think it's important that we try to fish with the birds. You know, when we go out fishing, there's all kinds of birds that live in our area that live off their ability to fish. So it's important to watch what they're doing. You know, if you're going along a new body of water and all of a sudden you see a great blue heron on the shoreline, well, pay attention, because that heron isn't going to waste its time, although they're tremendously patient. But they're going to be in an area where they know there's food for them. And the food for them is little fish and frogs and things. And it's the same thing with other birds. You know, if you're out in the lake and you hear a loon calling, if you can spot that loon, where that loon is fishing, there's probably fish. That's why he's in that position. So I think it's really important to watch them. The other thing is, if we rave about the ospreys and the eagles that we have here now. But if you watch the ospreys, when they dive, they're diving for fish. And if you see them come up with something, then you know that there's fish in that area. I think this is a real important point. Out in saltwater, following the birds is a thing that most guides want to do, because they know when they see birds down near the water, those birds are feeding on fish, that other fish are driving to the surface. And so birds are a great, great indicator of what the fishing's like and what you might see. The other thing is, it's really fun to observe them, to be out fishing and to see the nature, to see the birds and animals that we see when we're out fishing. And bird life is really astonishing. I didn't pay this much attention to it when I was a kid, but it's really become more and more enjoyable for me just to watch these birds and what they do when they're fishing. We can all learn. So until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.